Hi guys, it's Tracy, and this is my allocated spending plan for the month of September. The first thing I'm doing is just whiting out certain sections and writing in headers that actually apply to me. I'm not saying that you have to do the allocated spending plan because to me, this is like the paycheck to paycheck budget. I do it because it's how I really got started and how I understood how to spend every check down to zero. So I got a clear understanding of the purpose of each check that I got, and I only get two per month. So it's a habit, and I like doing it. I like being able to forecast out my budgeted amount by the 15th of the current month. So for the 15th of September, I am actually budgeting for, no, the 15th of September, I will be budgeting for the month of October. And that's how I do things. I like to see how close I am. It's like a little game for me, but it helps me a lot, especially when I'm nervous about paying off something. Do I have enough money to do that? Like I was for the month of September, I was really nervous because I really want to pay my car off. So what I'm doing here is my total income was $2,884.48. I subtract $80.57, which is the Christmas and gifts, from that number, and that gives me 2803.91 in that remaining column. And I do that all the way down the sheet until I get to zero. Once you get to zero, you stop spending. You can't do anything else. So that's the clear stop sign in the budgeting process. And for some reason, doing this form just clicked with me when I went through FPU. And here is my groceries and restaurants. So this is my food. And my clothing sinking fund is $10. And then, of course, my laundry. A lot of my household type expenses are going to be coming out of my paycheck number one. And then paycheck number two is going for like utilities and stuff like that. So gas is $50, and I subtracted that 50 from 1419.66, which gave me 1369.66. My life insurance and health insurance I get through work. I know Dave Ramsey talks about getting term outside of work just in case you lose your job or something like that. I kept mine because my boys work and they're both adults. So technically, they're not dependent on my income. They live with me, but they could live without me. They could go and move on their own and do things for themselves if something were to happen to me. And so I feel like that's enough insurance just to get them started. But it's not going to be something where they can say, oh, I'm going to quit my job. They're going to have to go to work. Working is good for you. So that's the way I figured, and I just left that in place because I don't have small children and I don't have a spouse or anything like that that's dependent on me or my income. And, we got to get them out of the house. Those little birdies need to fly. But anyway, now down to my bank fees. That is a service charge that I get charged at my primary bank for my checking account. I bank with them. My son is 25, so I bank with this bank for 25 years. And I've just been paying it. I don't really have a problem because they have excellent service, except for when they're not turning my money in the right direction. But that's just a new thing, and I think I just need to get over myself with that. But other than that, I like that bank, and it's just one of those things. They have to do something really crazy for me to like even consider leaving them. So I don't mind paying $8 for that. Now, out of paycheck number one, I will still have one car loan payment. It's for $200.97. And so the remaining amount I have is $889.21. And I just erased that because I had a funny looking 8 and they still didn't come out quite right. But I'm just going to be okay. And so I'm going to send $889.21 to my to Bridgecrest for my car loan. And that's going to be a principal payment. And so now this check is spent down to zero and I'm done spending here. Now I'm going back to my second paycheck of the month, which is going to be on the 15th. And the total for that check is going to be $2,479.48. Another $80.57 will come out of my check and go straight into the Christmas and gifts fund. And so that remaining balance was $23.98.91. And I know it's moving pretty fast through this, but that's all it is you subtracting the amount budgeted from the remaining, and you just work your way all the way down. I do estimate up around up in my utilities, just so I can be safe, because that's the one area where I tend to have overages sometimes, and I don't like having overages in my utilities and things. I like for things to come up under, and it's just like one of my little neurotic little things. And so for gas, it's $50 per paycheck for gas. This is the one thing I don't use a cash envelope for. I actually use my debit card. Going to gas stations is not something that I find appealing. And so I'm not running in there to go shopping and buy up candy bars and stuff like that. And I know I've gone past it really quickly, but I did up my repairs and tires to 65. So my total car maintenance is going to be 75 until I build my car maintenance fund up to 400. And I won't put anything into that unless I spend something out of it. And this is the insurance section again. I did put my car insurance this month on the right paycheck, so I don't have to worry about holding $102 in my check and wondering where that came from, because that does bother me when I see money and I don't know where it belongs. So here I'm looking at my last payment to the car being $548.85, and I think I'm estimating high. And once I find out what that payoff amount is and how they want to receive that payment, then I will send that out. Any difference is going to go to student loan lettered E. And I gave it a letter. Fed Loan gave it a number, which is number 2, but I call it letter E. And that's where all my excess money will go to, because I'm now debt snowballing my student loans once I pay off the car. The car, I use the avalanche method just to bring back that bigger payment, and that way I have all that money going to the student loans and I can pay them off faster. And here I'm just double checking my numbers against the monthly cash flow plan to make sure I got everything right. Just another checks and balance that I put on myself just to make sure I get this right, because my nerves are shot on this one, and I don't know why, but I'm really nervous about doing this. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every last one of you. If you're interested in this form or the monthly cash flow plan form, the link to Dave Ramsey's forms is in the description box below. You have a super fantastic morning, afternoon, and evening. Bye.